I have too many swarms. Uh-oh. And they retreat anyway. Okay. I forgot that I wasn't going to be able to play out all my swarms and that the Draculas were probably just going to hit swarms.
What's up, noobs? I'm Greener. This is Greener Gaming. Log in and let's go.
Okay, so not too long ago, Blade got changed to some targeted discard. Before, he used to discard a random card from your hand, so he was getting cut from pretty much every discard deck. But now that his discard targets the rightmost card from your hand, he's really, really good. And he's specifically really good at discarding like a guaranteed Wolverine or a guaranteed Swarm, or if you happen to draw Apocalypse and you know that's exactly what you're discarding. And if there's a card there that you don't want discarded, then hey, you just don't play Blade. But discard is one of those tried and true archetypes. Works pretty much every meta that I've seen. So let's just go through the deck really quick. So like I said, we have Blade in here. On reveal, discard the rightmost card from your hand. We pretty much just went over them. Good for discarding Wolverine, Swarm, and Apocalypse. We have Morbius in here, ongoing +2 power for each time you discarded a card this game. So hopefully you get him on curve and just play him out on 2. And he synergizes really well with, you know, most of the cards in your deck. So we have Wolverine when this is discarded or destroyed, regenerated at a random location with +2 power. So you can leave this in your hand and wait until 5 for Modoc. You can discard it with Blade. You can discard it with Colleen Wing. You know, take your pick. So we have Swarm. One of the best cards in the deck. When this is discarded from your hand, add 2 copies that cost 0 to your hand. So ideally you want to discard this a couple of times, right? Maybe once with Blade, maybe with Colleen Wing, and then hopefully on 5 with Modoc. So then on 6, you can just spam out a bunch of swarms. Speaking of, we have Colleen Wing in here. On reveal, discard the lowest cost card from your hand. She's mainly in here to discard your Swarm. However, if you don't draw a Swarm, you can use her to discard Wolverine if that's the lowest cost card in your hand. Or you can use her to discard your Shard from Dakin, because we are running Dakin in here. On reveal, add the Mirror Master Shard to your hand. And the shard is when this is discarded or destroyed, double Dakin's power. So, I mean, you can leave this in your hand again until 5 for Modoc, but you're not always going to get Modoc every game. So it's a good backup plan to have like Blade or Colleen Wing to discard the shard. Then we have Lady Sif in here. On reveal, discard the highest cost card from your hand. And I mean, you're pretty much only playing her if you have Apocalypse in hand, right? Because yeah, there's no other high cost cards in this list that you want to discard from your hand. So we have Dracula in here. At the end of the game, discard a card from your hand. This has its power. So you're going to be playing Dracula on 4, usually, if you know you have Modoc. If you don't have Modoc and you're not sure if you're going to top deck them on 5, I'd go a different route, right? Because if you just have a bunch of small garbage in your hand, you're not playing out Dracula because he's not going to hit the big thing that you want. So we are running Silver Samurai in here. On reveal, each player discards the lowest cost card from their hand. Really good for targeting swarms, good for targeting the Dakin Shard. If you don't have Modoc and you didn't play Dracula, you're probably playing Samurai on 4. I mean, there's a couple of things you can do on turn 4 in this list, right? If you have Modoc, you know you're going to play him, play out Dracula on 4. But maybe you have Modoc, you didn't draw Dracula, so you play Silver Samurai instead. Maybe you didn't draw Modoc, so you're not going to play out Dracula anyway, so you play Silver Samurai. Or if you don't have either of them, on 4 you can play Dakin with Blade for a guaranteed discard of the shard. Okay, so the best discard card in the game, Modoc. On reveal, discard your hand. So hopefully you got a couple swarms in there, you got a shard. On 5, you play Modoc, you delete your hand, Apocalypse gets bigger, sets up for your turn 6 where Dracula is going to eat Apocalypse. Speaking of which, we have Apocalypse. When you discard this from your hand, put it back with +4 power. So ideally, you want to hit this a couple of times, once with Sif, and then once with Modoc, and then once with Dracula. So he becomes just a giant beast. But like I said, if you're not going the Dracula route, you might just play out Apocalypse on 6. And of course, the most run card in the game, I'm pretty sure, America Chavez, starts on the bottom of your deck. Draw this on turn 6. So she's just in here to you know, increase the consistency of your draws, you know, because you want to get that Sif, you want to get that Apocalypse, you want to get that Modoc. But if on turn 6, all you have left in your hand is Apocalypse and Chavez, and you have Dracula on the board, just play out Chavez to whatever lane, and then Dracula will eat Apocalypse, and then you just get this huge amount of power. Okay, so that's pretty much the deck. It's a pretty simple deck to play. It's really solid, really consistent. I mean, it is very readable. You know what I mean? Like, your opponent knows exactly what your game plan is. They can probably calculate exactly what your power is going to be. But hopefully that won't matter, just because this deck is just, it's good. It's reliable. It's good for climbing. If you're not infinite yet, this can definitely get you there. I've definitely climbed a bunch on the ladder with this in the past. By the way, if you're new here, why don't you hit that subscribe button for a guy, huh? Hey, it's just a click for you. It means all the worlds to me. All right, let's get into the games. Well, I guess we chill. Let's play Morbius. Let's go with Dakin here. I think we play Dracula in Atlantis. Hopefully we top deck Modoc. No Modoc. Okay. Well, maybe we go Silver Samurai Blade, just for the extra power on Morbius. I mean, we just win, right? Because this discards Chavez. And he can't play mid. Well, he could buff up mid. So yeah, we could still lose this. Alright, let's see it. Nice. Casserole, baby. Okay, let's chill. Bast. What do we think this is gonna be? Do we even play for the raft? We'll see. There's no way we win the raft. Yep. Okay, so we bounce out of the raft. I guess we just go Culling Wing here. That's so annoying when they win the raft with Jeff. I guess we go Modoc mid to try to contest this. Magic. could play Chavez over here so she can't get Chang-Chi'd. But we still contest. He can still Shang-Chi my mid, though. Dude, it was Cerebro the whole time. Okay. Bro, can I even win? We definitely can't win over here. There's the Shang-Chi. And it doesn't matter. Get wrecked. I can't believe he got a Goliath created by the raft. Yeah. We top deck Apocalypse, so we definitely play out Blade. This guy says playing Agatha. Do we really think he is? I think we can go Culling Wing here.
Enough said, bub.
I guess we're chilling. Think we go with Dracula in the Kiln. It's a pretty solid win on the Kiln, I think. Unless we can't discard our hand. And that was what I was afraid of. How lucky can you get, dude? Like, how lucky? I mean, I only have to beat 2 power over here, so I guess it doesn't matter what Dracula discards. So I could probably just play out Apocalypse for the power. And then we contest over here with Apocalypse. Did they already move Nightcrawler? I can't remember. Is it safer to just go here? And forget about Onslaught Citadel? I think so, yeah. Good thing we didn't play there. That was close. I think we're chilling here. Okay, well, we top deck Swarm, so that's pretty tight. Let's go Blade here in the Nebula lane. Think we go Lady Sif here. Now, how does double Dracula work? Do they both discard Apocalypse? We're about to find out for science. Okay, we have Modoc. Perfect. So we play Modoc and Sinister.
Enough said, bub.
I have too many swarms. Uh-oh. And they retreat anyway. Okay. I forgot that I wasn't going to be able to play out all my swarms and that the Draculas were probably just going to hit swarms. Oh, wow. Okay, let's go with Morbius here. Dude, I love Elysium. I'm pretty sure this is everybody's favorite location. Pretty nice. Culling Wing hits the swarm here. Or does she? No, I'm gonna have to play out Wolverine to guarantee the swarm hit. I mean, we can just play a Blade here, right? Do I go with Modoc yet? I feel like we chill. Okay, we have Apocalypse, so I think we can go now. Maybe play out a swarm and then go Modoc. I'm bad at math and how how many swarms I'm gonna have in hand. This is getting messy, dude. Okay, let's play a swarm and hit Apocalypse with Sif.
Opponent snapped.
All right, I'm just gonna play out Chavez here. Then we chill. And they retreated. I don't know why they snapped. Okay, let's chill. Let's hit him with Dakin here. I don't think I really need the extra mana or energy. So I think we can just toss out Dracula here. Hit him with Silver Samurai.
Enough said, Bub. Opponent snapped.
I think I'm still contesting Clintar. Really wish I had to get a swarm though. He's actually running Shang-Chi in a destroy deck. God damn, dude.
Enough said, Bub.
Alright, well, we go here. Got him. Nice snap, dude.
Victory.
Okay, let's chill. Let's go with Morbius here. Okay, I think we go Sif here since we have APOC in hand. Maybe play him where? Here? Okay. This will hit Wolverine, so let's play Silver Samurai.
Enough said, Bub.
We didn't get Wolverine, or we didn't get Modoc. So maybe we go Dakin Blade, or maybe we go Dakin Culling Wing, just for the extra power.
Squad still a little light.
Not loving this, but I think we go over here. Hopefully they can't beat 14 power over here. Although they could have anything, and they have Quinjet. But luckily they didn't play Loki, so. All right, let's see it. That Drax scared me for a second. Oh man. So this is my first time playing discard in the new season, you know, in this new meta with all the Loki stuff. And I gotta say, I was surprised by how well it holds up. Like during the making of this video, we went like 63% win rate. I know that's a small sample size, right? But I do know this deck is strong. It always has been. But like the addition of Blade, it just makes it feel so much better. Like targeted discard is the way to go. And I hope, like, if Second Dinner keeps pumping out discard cards, that they end up all being targeted. Because it's so good, man. It's so good. Like I said in the intro, knowing you're going to get the extra swarms, knowing you're going to get that extra apocalypse power, you know what I mean? Knowing you're going to hit the Dakin shard, it just feels really good. This deck felt really solid. What I will say is you're probably going to get a lot of retreats. So if you have a good opening hand, I'd snap early. Because as soon as Modoc comes down and they see the swarms go up, right, they're going to be like, oh, yeah, we out of here. We up buddy. But if you see a wave and you know you're not going to be able to play your swarms on the final turn, maybe bounce, right? You're not always going to need to play multiple cards if you're already winning lanes with power, because you have big cards like Chavez, Apocalypse, etc. But yeah, wave is just not a good time for the swarms. Also, keep in mind about how many swarms you're putting into your hand if you have Dracula on the board. Made that mistake in this video. But hey, try the deck out for yourself. Tell me what you think about it in the comment section below. Hey, if you like this video, why don't you click that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. And anyway, GG.